I'm John Canopener.
And I'm James Wang.
And together we are Rock Hard. And today, what we're talking about is Halloween H20, a little film that came out in 1998. And my friend James, as always, is going to take it away with some facts. Take it away, James.
Facts with James.
Facts with James.
Have a little jingle.
He doesn't shave his balls.
For this first fact, it's pretty obvious. It's about our boy, Donald Pleasance, once again making a comeback in Halloween H2O. No, I'm just kidding. So it says that during the credit scene in the opening, you heard Donald Pleasance or Dr. Loomis's voice saying that famous quote to Sheriff Brackett.
I met him 15 years ago. I was told there was nothing left. No reason, no conscience, no understanding. The blackest eyes. The devil's eyes.
Or so you thought.
Or so you thought. Because it turns out it was not his voice.
Motherfuckers.
So during the credit scene, we hear the voice of Dr. Loomis giving the same speech he gave to Sheriff Brackett in the original movie about meeting Michael as a boy. However, this isn't Donald Pleasance's voice. Pleasance died in 1995, and instead of reusing the audio from the first film, voice actor Tom Kane performed it.
Ah, yes. Mr. what?
Tom Kane.
Tom Kane. You might know him in such films as, Exactly.
Yeah.
You do see a picture of Donald Pleasance in the beginning.
That was actually, yeah.
You show him a little love. But yeah, that was not Donald Pleasance. That was Tom Danks.
Tom Hanks.
That was Tom Hanks.
That was Tom Hanks.
You're gonna forgive me. I'm a little sick, so if you hear me gurgling and sniffing and stuff, I'm getting over it. But I'm a little sick. But yes.
So this one is going a little bit. My voice cracked a little bit. So this next one, fact, is going a little bit fast forward in the movie. This is a scene to where John, Molly, and Lori are in the car. Her red, was it Chevy Blazer
Yeah.
or some shit, whatever. A red truck. They're fucking darting out of the school, and then she fucking presses the brakes. And so the stunt actor got seriously injured. Her name is Donna Keegan, and it says that she broke her foot in this scene when the brakes in Lori's car slammed on to stop just in front of the gate. According to Curtis in the commentary, the anti-lock brake system pushed back on her, breaking her foot very badly.
Who knows? Brakes could break your foot. Bada ching. That's pretty crazy though, because you would think it would be a crazy stunt that would, end up with an injury like that. So.
But I mean, if you think about it in like real life perspective, I would rather break my foot when I'm braking my car than fucking dying.
Well, yeah.
If you look at it in a real life perspective, but in this case, like that fucking sucks.
But you would think like a stunt actor would like get it by jumping out a window.
Yeah.
Or something like that, or like off a balcony jumping off, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But instead, it's like, no, I just hit the brakes. Fuck my shit all up.
For this next fact, it is about the buses had no seats. So this is the scene to where, obviously, John is telling Lori, his mom, that he wants to go to, was it like Yosemite Park?
Yosemite. I'm going to Yosemite.
Yeah,
okay?
He wants to go, but she won't let him go because it's around Halloween time, and yeah, all that. If you seen this shit before. Anyway, she lets him go, and she thinks that he's on the bus, and turns out that these buses had no fucking seats.
No seats.
So it says the buses in the school scenes were bought cheaply by the studio and didn't actually have any seats inside them. If you look closely, you'll see all the kids are standing and leaning out the window in this scene, and no one is sitting down, which I did not notice that.
And plus that, you could see it plain as day. I noticed this time when we were watching it. The middle bus, I think it's the second bus, right in front of it. It's like spray painted. Like it's not even like the color doesn't even match the color of the bus, but it's like spray painted over it. All it says is transportation at the end.
It's like terribly spray painted.
Not the name of the school or nothing, just transportation. So there was something else before that they just fucking buffed out or spray painted out.
It's like so ghetto, like like you think this very expensive academy would have nice, decent buses, and turns out they have fucking shitty.
Ah, it's movie magic though, because I've never even fucking given a second thought to that. I thought every kid was they're all waving and stuff, so they're just like crunched over. Like,
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So this last fact, this one is pretty well known. We all know that Michael had a CGI mask.
Yes, he did.
But that's not why I'm bringing it up. It's because John showed me a picture of a similar character that looks exactly like Michael. If you guys have seen Spaceballs, there is a character named Vinny, and he looks exactly like Michael. It is like
the silver guy that's looking all over Pizza the Hut.
Yeah. If you know, you know. But I thought it was a pretty funny like.
Delicious.
Yeah, it was like if you know, you know. It's a pretty like fucking clear as day. I'm gonna put the pictures up right now, but it's
you
crazy.
Put a top hat and some glasses on Michael in that scene.
It looks just like Vinny.
It's Vinny. But now we are getting into the real meat and potatoes.
Meat and potatoes.
And by the way, before I start with the meat and potatoes, I just want to let you all know on a little something here. We assume that you have seen every one of these movies that we talk about. So we go into here fully believing that the audience that we're talking to has seen this and knows basically the whole movie, scene for scene, somewhat, at least to get maybe a different perspective or something like that. But we totally think that like nobody's new to this. We never came in with the intention of ever thinking that you haven't watched this. We don't want to spoil anything for people. We hate that. Even in our new reviews, we hate doing that shit. Mm-hmm. It's really hard for us to do new reviews because we just don't want to spoil anything, you know? So it's never our intention. But yeah, we're gonna start saying this in the beginning because I say it in the middle and stuff like that all the time, but we assume that you guys have watched all these movies, okay? So spoiler territory, all right?
All right, but with that being said, spoiler alert.
Spoilers.
There's gonna be spoilers.
This is a rock hard discussion, and we about to do some spoiling. For right now, though, I'm gonna start off with Mr. Sandman
makes a comeback.
Yes, he does. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. I love that song.
Yeah.
But Halloween 2 is when they played that. I think they played it in the credits.
In the credits, I think at the end.
Yeah. But Mr. Sandman.
Mr. Really Sandman.
Because in this one, this is another one of those. Oh, this is the first one to do it, to where they nixed a bunch of sequels and said, fuck 4, fuck 5, fuck 6. 1 and 2 exists. That's it. Mm-hmm. And then we went 1, 2, H20, which is kind of a nice little trilogy.
It is. If this was the one to end it, it'd be a cool ending, sick ending.
So it's cool that you get not only Halloween 1 vibes in here, but you get Halloween 2 vibes in here. Because I found a couple callbacks to that movie. We'll get to it, but yeah. For starters, Mr. Sandman makes a comeback.
That's the first thing you hear, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, okay, we're getting right back into it. They want you back in that field, bro.
They want you back.
Yeah.
The first thing I had was Mr. Sandman, but the second thing I have was this is the part to where Jimmy is the neighbor of Nurse Marion.
Yeah.
And she realizes that her house got broken into, and she goes next door. And who's Jimmy to her? Like her nephew or some shit? Or
just
like,
a neighbor.
Just a neighbor? Okay. I thought they were like somewhat related. Anyway, she tells him, hey, you know, my house got broken into. They go inside, they call the police, and then he goes inside, or goes outside to go investigate the house. You know, but wait for the cops. Like, what's the fun in that? And fuck with the hockey stick.
Yeah, the hockey stick.
Yeah, he goes inside, and he's like, and I put that he did a horror movie cliche to where he's like calling out to the killer, like, hey, you know, and fucking yelling out.
Hey, if you're out there, stop fucking around, all right?
Like pretty much, he's like yelling out like to the killer in the house, even though he doesn't die. In that moment, it's still kind of like, yo, like you're doing the one thing you're not supposed to be fucking doing.
Exactly. Riding off of what you said, The skate in the face, bro.
Oof.
That was even though we didn't get to see the kill. And I do like that. I do like him going through the whole house. Every time I see that scene, they did it very well. This is well known to a lot of fans as the Scream Halloween.
Yeah.
And I can't really say it's not, but I enjoy it because I enjoy Scream. So I think the blend of the two it kind of works.
Also, again, credited or mentioning that Kevin Williamson was also like a writer.
Yeah.
It's a producer. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but I could have.
Producer too?
I said producer or writer. One of those two. I think it's just writer.
He might have been both.
But he was not credited. But like we all know. So like now we like, oh, okay, now we see why there's like Scream-like vibes in this because like,
he's like, we don't have time for new music. We have to
we have to use my shit. All right, I got y'all. Brings his fucking CD book out. CD book of all his fucking hits. All right, what you want?
Orchestra stuff. But it works so well with Scream. They're like, fuck it, just do it. I'm sure Harvey Weinstein and them were like, just use it, man. It works, you know.
And plus,
Like
didn't Dimension do Scream as well?
Yeah.
So they own that shit anyway.
Exactly.
So it doesn't fucking matter. So
like,
just fucking use whatever we got.
Let's ride this wave while it's here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For real.
We're paying Jamie Lee Curtis a buttload of money. We got her.
That's like all the budget goes to. It's just her.
A grip of it for sure, for sure. Because it's all one location, pretty much.
That and also like in the '90s, she was like 90s and like late '90s to early 2000s. She was kind of like big as well. Like you know,
she's always been. Yeah, she's
always a big actress.
There was kind of a gap in the 2010 era.
Yeah,
you know?
but like early 2000s, late 90s.
That seemed like 2018 kind of like.
Yeah.
Because she's in everything now.
Yeah. She making a
one of
comeback.
those, she's a great actress.
Yeah.
Great. But yeah, the skate in the face. This is the whole point. The fucking skate in the face is great though. Even though we don't see the kill, I just love it. I think that's perfect because he's obviously a hockey player. Michael likes to fuck with his victims. He's like, you like hockey so much? I'm gonna slam this shit right in your fucking face. You know what I mean?
So the next thing I have was that I mean, this one's kind of like a side note. It's something I just noticed that in this movie, Michael finally uses the knife the entire fucking movie.
Yeah.
He doesn't use his fucking hands. He doesn't use shit around him. He uses a knife and knife only. And I think that's kind of like chef's kiss. Like that's like fucking old school Michael. So like that's what we need. I mean, obviously because it's on a Halloween 1 and 2 and then our canon to H20. Perfect. You know, keep that same Michael. 4, 5, and 6 is like, okay, that's like a different Michael, whatever. It's not canon anyway, so fuck that shit. So keep him the same. Uses a knife. I like that shit.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Even though, like, I think it's kind of in the way he uses certain things.
Yeah.
Like in Halloween Kills. Well, once again, we assume you guys have seen all these. Like in Halloween Kills with the firefighter scene. Like, he had no choice.
Yeah.
He had to pick up what he can pick up, you know? So I think in different situations, it's okay for him to use different things. I just don't think he would choose that off the top of his head to use. You know what I mean? Even when he gets hit with the axe this time, he fucking takes that axe, he has it.
And he just...
And that would be a way better weapon to have.
Yeah.
And you can slam through tables and all kinds of stuff. And he's like, nope, I'm doing this right. You know what I mean? I finally got your ass. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's a good catch, man. The Halloween theme song.
Yes.
We get a different version of it this time.
But a somewhat cooler.
I think it is. We both think it. Yeah, we were talking about it. We're like, yeah, we dig this shit. It's more of like an orchestra, more like pretty. Like I don't know how to put it. Like
very orchestrated. Like you have like
a serious
fucking,
tone.
Like there's a fucking guy like going like this in the studio, like fucking like. Yeah, you know, fucking, he's feeling that shit because it sounds like it's like very powerful.
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah, that's a good word. It sounds powerful. It sounds like this meaning. Like when you hear Star Wars and shit, you hear the orchestra kind of stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
that shit.
You don't just hear like a fucking piano playing, which is good. But I'm just saying for this to be this big epic event to where it's 20 years later, and this is important. Let's put some more oomph into the music, and they did it well. And I loved it every time it came on. I was like, oh god, you feel like powerful with it. Like, oh, this is it, man. This is some shit's gonna go down here.
I was like, but granted though,
it's all come to this.
Even though I like this movie a little bit, actually, no, fuck that. I like this movie a lot better than Halloween 6. I did like the little Halloween theme song with the guitar.
Oh, and Curse?
And Curse. Halloween 6, I feel like that one was a little bit cooler. I liked it too.
Yeah.
But this one was like, okay, this one's like more like Oh yeah, 20 years later, fuck, and then impactful, powerful, and shit.
Yeah.
Orchestrate,
Yeah, it feels intense. It feels like this means something.
Yeah,
Like,
it's definitely awesome.
This isn't your standard Halloween movie. We're closing this shit off right now.
So the next thing I have was that this one is like the part where they're in like class or some shit, and then Laurie, which by the way, her name's not Laurie Strode in this movie. It's like Mrs. Tate.
It's Carrie Tate.
Carrie Tate. I always forget her first name. Carrie Tate.
Carrie Tate.
But she's teaching a class, or she's like doing a lecture or some shit. Even though she's like the head of the school. Mistress of the school.
That sounds bad, but I think that's what she said.
Head mistress of the school.
I don't know. It's a private school. They
Yeah,
have,
but she's like I think she's like the principal or something. But anyway, she's doing a lecture, and Molly is the girlfriend of John, and then they're in the back of their fucking, doing their dumb little gay shit, whatever. And the part that I wrote down was that Molly is like sitting in the back left corner. She looks out the fucking window and she sees Michael, just like Laurie did in the first movie.
Yep.
Guys, it's Frankenstein. We could have watched the movie.
So I kind of put it was like a callback that, she's like, in that same spot where Laurie was, looks out the window, sees Michael.
I saw you catch that. And then I also know what they're saying, the teacher.
About like Frankenstein.
Yes.
Yeah.
About finally facing her monster and things like that. And it's all comes full circle at the end when Jamie, whatever. When Laurie finally faces Michael, like, we'll get there. But yeah, that's on my positives here.
Yeah.
John and Laurie are hella believable as father and son. I like that. I feel like they are...
Our mother and son.
What did I say, father and son?
Father and son.
She has a short haircut. Sometimes I forget. As mother and son, as mother and fucking son, I think they do well together.
Yeah.
Josh Hartnett, if this is his first role, goddamn, like this kid, he was great. He acted his ass off. Like I felt every time he was supposed to be like emotional, every time he was supposed to be like, okay, I've had enough of this shit. Like it felt real. Mm-hmm. And then she played off of him very well too. Like what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? When they get caught like off campus,
yeah.
like, oh yeah, I've been yelled at by my mom like like many times.
And then didn't want to yell in front of your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How am I not responsible for you?
Oh my god.
And the fact that he was, like you said, he was doing 2 movies at the same time.
Yeah, he did.
Lord.
He did the faculty, and he did this movie as well.
That's insane.
At the same fucking time, which is like busy kid, dude.
I don't even think he changed clothes.
I honestly think he wore the same shit. So the next thing I have was the I don't know the name of it. It has a name for it, but that little like small elevator
Oh,
chute
for sure.
thing.
I have that too. I put elevator thingy.
Yeah. There's a name. As you can tell, we're not that very smart. I don't fucking know the name of shit.
The kitchen thing,
Yeah.
like you see in old school like kitchens or hotels.
Like a maid. It's like for the maid or something.
Right.
It's like a maid elevator.
It's like expressway, old school
Yeah.
elevator. Like to
Anyway,
bring food up and shit.
This is kind of like going like fast forward to where Michael's already in the school.
Yeah.
And I don't know that chick's name, but I just put. But dude, when fucking she's going up and she's like trying to come out, and then fucking Michael cuts that shit, and that shit fucking falls on her fucking leg, dude.
Yes.
Fucks her shit up.
I have it on here too.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is the most. That's like probably the most gnarliest thing I've seen to date, as of watching this franchise.
Gosh, her leg goes from like straight to like,
Fucking like.
half's over here and half's over there.
Yeah, like falling off almost like a piece of meat just fucking hanging off.
I love the way Michael looks up.
He's like, what the fuck?
You motherfucker.
Not again. I'll fucking show you, bitch.
But yeah, I'll give it to everybody that says the masks are. It's crazy that they changed the masks so many times in here.
But honestly, though, I honestly did not notice. Like, I was not really paying attention to that.
didn't?
No, I mean, I noticed it, but not like it didn't really bother me. I was like, I just like seeing Michael and Laurie on the same screen again.
I got you.
You know?
Yeah, I can go with it too, and I think it comes because this is the first one I've ever seen in theaters. This is the first Halloween I've ever seen in theaters, and when I was a kid, I didn't notice any of that shit. You know, you're a dumb kid. You're scared. I was scared actually watching this. But like nowadays, yeah, after I hear like, oh, wait, there was like 4 different masks or 6 different masks or something like that in there, and one of them was a CG mask, and I was like, what the fuck? And then you watch it, and you're like, oh yeah.
Well, the CG mask, I did notice that. I was like, why the fuck does he look weird? Yeah, I'm like, why the
sunken in cheeks?
Yeah, like why does
this
he
is
look
model
weird?
Michael, right?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, like what James said, that just seeing them come together again or whatever, you kind of forget all that stuff.
You know what I'm saying, I think
you
that's,
ignore it.
That's like, yeah, I think that's what like kind of like kept me in, was like, oh my, because we went through fucking 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 fucking movies without Jamie Lee Curtis or Laurie Strode. I'm like, so seeing this, you know, them together again 20 years later, like, what better timing? It's cool. I don't know. I think it was like that kept me in. Obviously, aside from other bullshit that I have down, like a couple of negatives here and there, that was the one thing that kind of kept me attached. Like, yes, Laurie and fucking Michael again. Oh my god, so pumped. I was like, it's awesome seeing them together on screen again. So I was like, that shit. The mask didn't really bother me as much.
The eyes bother me. I think that's the worst.
The
part.
eye holes, that was kind of like
The one they used the most for like close-ups and stuff was like, dude, have you put some pantyhose or something on the inside or
that's
something?
isn't that what fucking Mustafa Akkad wanted in the last movie, or was it in 5, where they saw his eyes way too much, so they put fucking like a mesh over the eyes.
Yeah.
He had a problem with that. I forget it was 5 or 6. But I mentioned it before in another video, and then he didn't like how he saw his eyes too much, and then they put a mesh over.
You should never see his eyes.
You should never.
You should never see his eyes ever.
That's what fucking Loomis said. The darkest eyes.
Yeah,
Devil's eyes. He fucking wide ass eyes. you kind of see the emotion in his face sometimes.
And the eye holes are too big. You see all the skin everywhere too.
Yeah.
Like the one they used for I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, but I can look past that usually in every movie besides 5 with like, I can just go with it. And this one I can just go with it. Even though there's a grip of them, they look similar enough that I don't notice too much of a difference. But I do understand why that's a negative, and it is a negative of mine too. Because, god damn it, you know, we haven't even seen Michael that, like, what? It took 5 years, 6 years for this movie to come out?
Yeah, we went from like 95. Well, the Halloween 6 came out in 95.
This came out in 97? 98.
Like 3 years. So about 3 years.
Oh, 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. But still, that's you know what I mean? Like, you're going to see Michael again. You want to see the Michael that you've seen
in the last movie.
You just want to see, like, even in Halloween 5, you didn't see his eyes.
No. That's what I'm saying.
At
least in that case, they kind of have, like, you know, like continuity. Like, you don't see it. Even though those masks, I think, are like, I could forgive this movie using fucking 5 different masks and the CGI mask. Like, I can forgive that shit, because at least it looks better. It looks fucking way better than in fucking Halloween 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Those masks look, I mean, no, Halloween.
I wouldn't mind Halloween 6 in this one.
Halloween 6, yeah, but Halloween 5, oh my god.
Yeah, Halloween 5 is the worst.
What the fuck, dude?
And I don't mind the Halloween 6 mask. I'm just saying, I think I like the Halloween 4 mask. I'm just
Halloween 4 and 6 have
almost
good
looks
masks.
more like it, but it's just too, like, the hair's too out and whatever. It's cool.
I was gonna say also too, the jumpsuit they used was like had a more bigger cowl, like the neck thing.
Yeah.
It had a little bit higher, so the mask can tucked in more. That's what we need too. Fucking tuck that mask in,
yeah,
dude.
make sure it's big enough.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Even though like it was long, like his neck, the neck thing was kind of long. It was still kind of like tucked in still, because the fucking cowl of the jumpsuit or whatever. Which, by the way, that's the one thing I didn't write down. But the one thing I didn't notice, that we didn't really see him getting his shit, you know?
Oh.
Because in Halloween 2, because in H20, Halloween 1 and 2 are canon, and so we didn't really see, because usually we see how he gets his jumpsuit. He goes to a mechanic shop and he kills someone.
He just kind of shows up.
He kind of just shows up.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, it's cool, whatever, you know? What I'm saying, this movie gets right into it too.
I mean, they do say, like, obviously Michael destroyed that bitch. He wanted to get info on where Laurie was.
Yeah.
But that's about all you get.
Yeah.
And then he's just stealing cars.
He knows how to drive still.
Yeah, he's a good driver. But he had a blowout. He's like, fuck. And that fucking Jeepers Creepers car that he's driving after that, like, that thing, it's got gas forever. It looked like it was like in the middle of nowhere or whatever. Like that lady barely made it to the bathroom and shit, and then he just takes off and he's like cruising around all day, just like, oh, I'm gonna chill in town. There she is. I'm gonna go back to school. I'm gonna go back down here. I'm gonna go back here.
Yeah, and what the fuck does he do? Does he just park at somewhere and just?
Yeah, just stares.
He just stares into nothing. Like what the fuck? Yeah, because there's a part where the school buses are passing by his car, and then he just turns on the headlights and he drives. I'm like, so what the fuck were you doing just staying there?
Yeah, Mike. What are you doing?
Mike.
Anyway.
Mike Myers. So this one is kind of like referencing the point or the one thing that people have noticed in Halloween H2O was that it is very Scream-like. And there are some cases that Michael is very Ghostface-like. This one was a huge example for me, was the fact that it was the scene to where Molly and John discovered those two fucking, that one couple. I forgot their names. I don't remember their names, but that one couple.
Charlie's one of them.
And then that girl. I don't know her name.
I don't remember her name either.
And they discover their body. They're like, oh shit, they're fucking dead. And then they tried leaving, and then fucking Michael jumps on top of Molly and tried stabbing her ass.
Yeah.
Never seen Michael do that before.
Yeah, he was like, ah, just give him the frame, like
He
Spider-Man.
just jumps on her. I'm just like, that's not what he does, bro. Like, come on, like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So I put very Ghostface like, because that's what you usually in Scream. He jumps, you know. I mean, they're very similar. They don't talk, you know. They use a knife. They wear a mask. But Michael is very like stiff, kind of like, you know, robotic kind of ish, and then Ghostface is like, you know, whatever. I'm gonna jump on top of you.
He's like in between a zombie and a robot.
Yeah, and then Ghostface is like, you know, a human. He's a guy. So I could see Ghostface doing that, but Michael doing that, I'm like,
Michael wouldn't jump. Yeah, he wouldn't do that.
no. But then
Because even later on that pipe, when he fucking comes down like a boss.
yeah. I mean, I like that shit though. I'm not gonna.
But that's Michael though. He's slow. You know?
Yeah.
He isn't just ha. You know what I mean? So.
I like
But it does
that,
make
though.
sense because you told me earlier that one of the people in Scream played Michael.
Yeah.
right?
So the person that played Michael also did Ghostface in Scream 2.
So there you go.
Same guy.
So that makes sense. Oh, I thought the part where Laurie and Michael finally come face to face
Oh yeah.
with the window in the
Little
door.
circle window, because they're like fucking back. They're like, open the fucking door.
That scene's pretty tense.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This movie has brought the tensity back.
Yeah, that scene's pretty fucking tense because even when, so they're trying to get in the gate. They get into the gate. They can't find the key, but Michael walks, so it takes forever. Finally, Molly gets it, right? And then they get inside. They push the door shut, but then she drops keys on the other fucking side.
Dumb bitch.
And then she's like fucking trying to grab him, and she gets like within inches of way of Michael, about to stab her hand or whatever. And then they get up, and they're barely within arm's reach of the fucking knife slitting their throat. And it comes right by his fucking throat. Yeah, it's crazy. And then Michael's just like, oh wait, there's keys. And then, and then
he's just trying each one of them. He's like, fuck, not that one.
No.
Fuck, all right, not that one.
Hold on.
All right, time out.
Okay. I mean, they're fucking stuck, so I can take my time. But then,
Goes
open the fucking door! And then, who shows up? Laurie. Coming to save the fucking day.
Once again.
Yep. Opens the door, lets him in. She shuts the fucking door. Michael just got in the gate. Bam! And they finally see each other, and he does the head tilt. But his eyes are fucking...
wide as shit, like...
Yeah, big as fuck. He's like, oh shit.
No shit.
Yeah, but I thought like when they finally, because her expression is so fucking strong. You know what I mean? I really believe that she's like, oh my god, he's finally here. And
I'm not fucking crazy after all. I told y'all.
And she goes right for a fucking gun too.
And of course, fucking just leaves. He's gone. He's gone.
He's gone. Like a fart in the wind.
A fart in the wind.
Any other beer?
Goddamn right.
No problem. You need one?
I do. All right, so we're back.
We're back.
We're here. We're queer. All right. So the next thing that I have was, you already kind of mentioned this earlier. Again, I've seen this movie before. Seen this again. I have noticed some things, And the one thing I've remembered was, again, you just said it earlier, where Michael just comes down.
Oh.
And then Laurie's like she's like going through the hallway, and then Michael just fucking one-handed fucking comes down so slow, and I'm like, dude, I saw this younger as a little kid, and I was like, what the? Oh, that shit was fucking cool. I'm like, I want to fucking be that cool, like fucking stealth, like ninja, like. And then I was like, dude,
he is ninja, like.
And then in my head, I'm like, dude, he's probably fucking ripped under that fucking jumpsuit.
Oh yeah.
You gotta have that fucking upper body strength and fucking forearm strength, like to fucking hold yourself up and then just slowly. Yes. Dude, he's not even struggling. He's not shaking like I would be. I'd be like, oh fuck.
You see, if that was me, you see the mask like blown out, because I'd be like,
fucking holding on. Like, hurry up, bitch! I can't hold on.
Like, is his face underneath just like the whole time?
That'd be me for real. I'm like, fucking hurry up, dude. But anyway, I mean, you mentioned it before, as probably, like, it's like, I don't know what I'm saying, because, I mean, I'll mention it right now. I thought it was in the first one, because I could have sworn he did something similar, or in some other movie. I think I'm just dumb. I think I'm just really dumb.
No, it sounds, I don't know. You might be right. I
don't know. I'm saying I could be just tripping, but I feel like that's something he did, not like exactly that, but just being like super like in the background, like just like a ninja, like you're just fucking.
Well,
like,
definitely yeah.
Ninja like, but yeah, I thought I was really cool, and that's still when I saw that scene, I was like, it's unlocked in memory. Oh my god, I remember that. I forgot it happened. Seeing it again, like, that's so badass. Really cool.
It is cool. But like I was mentioning before, like the callbacks. Mm-hmm. We're backtracking just a little bit before what you said. The will kill.
Yeah.
That when he fucking sticks the knife. Okay, so he shoots LL Cool J, and then he's like, oh my god, like I can't.
He's like, oh shit, I killed him.
I can't believe I did that.
Oh no.
That's not Michael? What are we gonna do?
Bro didn't have hair. How the fuck did you fuck that up? He's like, don't shoot me! Don't shoot! What? I can't hear you!
But then Will gets shanked right in the fucking back by Michael, and it's a total callback to the nurse.
Like the thumb up the butt?
The thumb up the butt in Halloween 2 in the hallway. Same thing. So I thought that was cool. That's what I'm saying. There's some neat little callbacks here, and I do think, like we said earlier, I think this is a good trilogy. If you wanted to end it here, if you wanted to go 1-2 H2O, is
it the perfect trilogy?
I think it's a good one. I don't know if it's a perfect one, but I think it's right now it's the best so far.
No, yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you don't have any weird shit. It's just like
it's straight to the point, and we already have a very established story. Like even with 4, 5, and 6, like yeah, like you know I like 4. I think 4 is my favorite one, but 4, 5, and 6 is like you gotta get introduced to new characters. You know, Jamie and Rachel, all these new people. But at least with Halloween like H2O, we already got established characters.
Yeah, you're already familiar.
Yeah, you have familiar faces, and you already kind of I mean, you have disposable characters like fucking George Clooney, or the fucking Will.
Will.
I call him George Clooney because he said he looks like George Clooney. That's funny as fuck. But yeah, as I'm saying, at least with these, you have an established story, established characters. You already kind of know what the fuck's going on, so it's like not confusing at all.
Right. That helps a lot, dude. And having such a small cast, you don't have to branch out too much in the weird shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, god damn, like they needed a part for everybody in Halloween 6.
And then they had the cult of Thorn and fucking all this shit. And it's like,
think of it, all the new actors you need, everybody you need to just fill this whole plot out or whatever. It's like, is it really worth it? I don't know. You know, let's take it this far. I have to pee. I'm sorry.
I have to pee too.
Okay, let's do it. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
That's kind of brutal in here, huh?
That's fucking hot. My fucking balls are sweaty as fuck.
Dude, it is gross.
My nuts are like wet, dude.
And drinking beer, it's all hot and fucking.
So, continue on. Next in my notes, I noticed this. So this is the part to where Lori tells Molly and John, like, fucking get the fuck out of here and stuff like that. She closes the gate. She gets the fucking axe. And she's like, Michael.
Yeah.
By the way, I wanted to make a joke while watching it, but it was so good and tense. I didn't want to ruin it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I want to make a joke and say, like, I'm so fucking hard right now. It's so, she's so
kicks
badass.
that shit.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, like, she's so badass in the movie, and I want to be like, when we're watching, I'm like, I'm fucking rock hard right now, dude. Like, but anyway, so, and then they kind of have like their little fight, whatever, and then and I noticed this, he gets her in the same fucking arm, like in the first movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because before she had a scar.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then he gets her right in the same fucking arm.
Yeah.
So I thought I was kind of like,
yeah.
another
Good
callback.
catch, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I have that exact same thing. That Michael, when she fucking grabs the axe and she's like, I'm done with this shit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not running anymore, bitch. I'm gonna fuck you up. And she's looking for him instead of her looking for him looking for her.
Yeah. It's okay.
But yeah, I also have. I think the whole table scene is pretty tense when she's like crawling on their tables and shit.
Okay.
And Michael's standing on top, and then after he finally finds her ass, he's like, you know what? Fuck this shit, and he's just like fucking starts throwing him. Yeah, that's pretty badass.
Oh,
I
was gonna say that was the one thing I would. It's not really I put a negative, but I one of those things like I mentioned earlier to where I said how there's Michael is very Ghostface like.
Yeah.
He's standing on top of the table. I just never really seen him do anything like that.
Nah, I know.
To where she's like, where Lori's fucking hiding on the table, fucking just flopping around. Like, can you be any fucking louder? Like, I'm hiding from him. Let me be more fucking loud and flopping around the bottom of the floor.
She's fucking rolling everywhere.
Yeah, and then she's like looking around, and he's on top of the fucking table, and it's like, I've never seen him do that.
It's just for a tense scene.
I mean, for a tense scene because he's not around, but he just happens to be on top of the table. Again, it's like I can forgive it because again, Michael and fucking Lori on the same screen, so I can forgive it. But I'm just like, it's not Michael being Michael.
Nah.
It's him being again Ghostface. Like I feel like that's a very Ghostface thing to do. But
Yeah, for
anyway,
sure.
that's kind of what I just didn't really like about that part.
Okay. Finally, I have the ending.
Yeah, I have the ending.
Where she fucking takes the cop's gun, she says right there, load him up! And she fucking makes sure that he's gonna die this fucking time. And then, yeah, he's in the bag, he's in the body bag.
Yeah, because you see him like fucking zipping up the body bag. Which, by the way, they kind of fucked up. I saw because they were zipping it up and they got stuck on his ear for a second. Shit.
But yeah, Michael's in the back, he's in the bag. She keeps looking in the rearview mirror, she keeps maybe seeing something, and then finally she does see something, and then his hands pop out, and then he starts ripping this thing open from the zipper, and then she hits the fucking brakes as soon as she sees it. He flies out of the windshield. He does his fucking Michael. They had to do it. The Michael sit up.
Yeah, but I mean, this guy couldn't get though.
I couldn't do that shit either.
No, but I feel like the other Mike and was it fuck, what the fuck? George P. Wilbur.
Yeah, he do it straight.
He could fucking do it like lay down and just get up.
That's some core strength.
Yeah, and this guy he kind of like struggled to get up there.
It's 20 years later.
Okay, and then in that case I can forgive it.
I mean, we can just go with that for now. Yeah, but anyway, he does get up though.
Yeah, he gets up
He does get up because he's Michael Myers.
in the Michael way.
Cars don't ever hurt him. You know what I mean? Anything that'll break your legs or anything. like never hurts him. Ribs busted, nothing. Anyway, he stands up. She plows into him. She actually goes over the hill with him, flies out of the van. He flies down the hill, hits a tree. The van smashes into him, pins him against the tree. Lori wakes up near him. The axe is near, pretty convenient. But she has the axe. She tells Michael to look at him.
You fucking look at me.
Michael! And then finally looks, and he looks like a little kid almost.
He's like,
Yeah.
They're holding the mask. Where the fuck am I?
Yeah, and then he fucking looks at her, and then he tries to do this fucking genuine, like, please help me kind of thing.
This is for Jamie. I was kidding.
And you think that she's gonna fall for it,
Yeah, cause she's like reaching out.
but then, no bueno. She cuts his fucking head off. Whoosh. And then the real Halloween music starts playing when she's standing there with her fucking axe all
The
badass.
cop siren in the background.
Yeah, she don't care. It's finally over. Done. What a sick way to end the. What a sick way to end the movie. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say.
Hell yeah.
I am fucked up, bro. I think when it's like 100 more degrees, you get more hammered.
I think it's scientifically proven.
I think so.
I think we just fucking broke science on Rock Hard.
Ugh, I feel so gross. But anyway, how do you guys feel about this movie? What was the first Halloween movie that you ever saw in theaters? This was mine. What was yours?
Halloween 2018.
Okay.
Not
We'd
a
like to
bad
know.
one.
We would like to know. Show us a little love in the comments there. We hope you like this review, and you know what's coming next, because they couldn't end it here. Oh my god, this would be a sick ending.
It would have.
But
no.
as you know, it continued on, and we'll get there when we get there. But for right now, this is Rock Hard. Out.
Beans, rice, and Jesus Christ.
Thank you for watching.
Bitches. Fuck.